Hi guys, it's Wilma. Welcome to my video. Today I'm going to be talking about self-doubt in my art. So this is something that I've been struggling with this year, and it's something that I've never really had a problem with before. I've always enjoyed my art and liked the way that it looked and felt good about it and confident about it. And then this year I started doubting myself a lot, and it was weird because, as I said, I haven't really experienced that before. I just felt like I wasn't good enough and that I wasn't a good enough artist, and it really made me question my art a lot, specifically my art style. That's most of what it was about. And there's so much art out in the world and so many different opinions and so much different information and all of that. And I felt like while I was paving my way with my own art, it was like I opened my ears and eyes to the whole world, and I just let everything that I saw and heard into my brain. And it really made me feel like my art was just not good enough. And I think that taking lessons from other people and their art is so important for your own growth. You can learn a lot by looking at other people's art and by hearing them talk about art, but it's important to take all of that in the right amount to still have your own opinions and your own art experience. And yeah. And my confidence in myself and my skill started lowering while being exposed to a lot of art. Instead of lifting me up, I'd look at realistic art thinking that mine wasn't realistic enough, and then I would turn my eye to more abstract art and feel like my art was just too realistic. And when I saw art with more dull colors, I think that mine was too colorful, but when being exposed to really colorful art, I felt like my art was dull. I kind of got to a point where I realized that I have to just embrace my art and my art style. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not too smooth or too small or too realistic or too colorful. It's just my art, it's me, and it's the way that I do it. The way that someone else creates art is not wrong just because it doesn't look like mine. So therefore my art is not wrong because it doesn't look like someone else's. And I think that's the scary part with comparison. If you compare art that have just way different styles, like there is no point in doing that because there are so many different art styles and so many different ways that people make art and different reasons that they make art. And you shouldn't be comparing your personal thing to someone else's. And I feel like when I started having a lot of doubt surrounding my art, it made me listen less to my artistic intuition. The thing that makes my art my own is having that artistic intuition. So when I listened less to it, it made art not be as fun as it used to be and should be. And I think that being critical of your own work is always good, and it's something that I've done a lot. And I do believe that that's why I've been able to develop the skills that I have, because I've been able to not go too easy on myself. I still have had some sort of base level of being proud of myself, but you still gotta be critical to grow. But having too much of that will have the opposite effect. You gotta have confidence and some sort of love to what you do, or else it's just gonna make you doubt it instead of believing in it. And I feel like that's where my problem was. I was getting to a point of feeling like my art was just not good enough and I didn't put in enough love into it. And obviously that was not the right way to do it. So I think that I just need to get better at having a balance with being critical of my own work while also having confidence with it, because it's good. Like, my art is not bad and there's no reason to feel down. And if you're gonna be negative about your own work, it's not gonna be helpful. So the piece that I made in this video is a self-portrait, and I tried to just be a little bit more bold and just trust myself and do whatever I wanted, and it turned out to be a piece that I really like. And I also feel like I need to put less pressure on myself to create good art, because sometimes I just want to make masterpiece after masterpiece, and that's just not realistic. Not everything you make is gonna be a masterpiece, but one thing that you can have as a standard is to try to at least enjoy the process and have fun. I think that's all that I wanted to talk about for today. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope I made sense. If not, then at least you had some art to look at while I talked. And yeah, I hope you'll have an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.